Okay, hey guys. This isn't the kind of update I had planned to make, but transformation is messy sometimes. And I promise to be real on this journey, not just when things are perfect, but when they're hard too. So, the last 7 weeks have been rough. I haven't been consistent with my health habits, and it started from something that seemed harmless. So, I was on my period, and I had given myself grace to watch dramas. I don't know if you remember, but during the week I don't watch secular things. But on Saturday night and on Sunday, I'm allowed to watch dramas or whatever else I want to be watching. YouTube videos that about shows, Korean pop, all those things I'm allowed to watch during that time. But after I had been getting so consistent, I didn't even use that time to watch things because it seemed like a waste of time. I just wanted to keep going, going, going with the things I was working on. But I was on my period. I was lying there in bed, and I was like, you know what, Stephanie? Yeah, you're not very productive right now. It was a Saturday night. You're allowed to watch drama, so put one on. And I put one on, and then when I went finished the next one, and then the next one, and I started snacking. Yeah, that one choice of watching drama just had a snowball effect. I started snacking, and then it was at night late. I hadn't been eating past 7, so I ate late. And it was kind of a snowball effect because the day after that, because the dramas were so good, I watched the next one. And Sunday I was still allowed, so I was still in safe territory. But the point was not to be watching it all day, but I still do my work and then watch things. But I was like, I'm not feeling well, I'm lying in bed, I might as well. And then Monday came and I was still watching. And then Tuesday came and I was still watching, and I was like, you know what? It's okay. It's like taking a break during the time of my period, and when my period is gone, I'm going to stop. Did that work? Did that happen, guys, ladies? Do you know? Did that happen? So it was a complete snowball effect. First the dramas, then the snacking, then the late night eating, and about a week after, I found myself eating sweets again, guys. And it took me about 2 weeks after to buy food. I think it was McDonald's that I bought. But yeah, I got there. And before I knew it, I was drifting far from the discipline that I had started with. And that also influenced the way I held myself because then, since I was falling back into old patterns, I didn't really bother with the way I looked. So my hair was usually not combed at all. It would usually just be in a bun, a bit of a messy bun, and in the middle, well, I would brush the top. And the best, I wouldn't even do it in front of a mirror, guys. I would take the brush out of my closet, quickly brush, take the hair elastic, put it in something, and be out of the house. That's how less I cared about the way I look and about myself. Trying to fix that though. I relaxed my hair yesterday, washed it, dried it. So I'm gonna, and I just put it in a bun because I didn't put anything in it. Because I'm going to get it blow dried and flat ironed after this afternoon. So that's why I just left it like this. There's nothing in it. I literally just washed it and it's clean. Um, yeah, but go back. So it was a snowball effect, and everything was getting out of control. And that's when I realized that everything is connected. What we feed our mind, it influences our emotions, our cravings, our discipline, everything. And I've learned that for me, I need to stay away from certain things if I want to keep growing. Even if they're not sin, they still pull me away from who I am becoming. I remember before I was starting, or when I had started these 90 days, I had more than 100 tabs open on my phone from different books and novels that I had found online. Some I had to search for, and that's just how I saved them because I can't read so many at the same time. I usually read a couple chapters and then move to the next one. So I just left them open as tabs, so that's the way I was saving them. And I had closed all of them at the beginning of my journey because I was, even though I told myself when you have more free time, you'll watch it. You'll read them and you'll look for them, but that is not correct, because if I'm changing into the person that I want to be, that's not a person that will want to waste time with these things. So I was like, you know what, Stephanie, just get rid of it, because this is not a person that you are going to be ultimately. So, right, right. So I had to get rid of everything. I've also realized that before I can truly lose weight or change my habit, I need to change my mind. My real battle is mental and spiritual, so I'm focusing on getting my mind in order. So in order to do that, I actually created a 33-day journal about surrendering my life to God, because even though I was born in the church, I never left. I haven't always been as dialed in as I'm supposed to be, but I still realized that it's a struggle to completely surrender myself to God. So I did a 33-day step-by-step plan to get there, and I am going to follow it and see what the results are, if with that I'm able to actually let go and get there, or if I'm still resisting. I'll let you guys know in a separate video about that. But the point is to completely surrender myself to God step by step. So I started today and I'm finishing on the 2nd of September. So I'll definitely share more in another video on YouTube. Another thing I've been doing is listening to my affirmation. So I made 2 affirmation videos for myself, and I printed a bunch of affirmations and I put them on the wall in my room. I should read them every day. I did not read them this morning, but I'll read them later in the day. But I did watch the affirmation videos as I was getting ready. And it reminds me of everything. Truth is based on God's word. I'm also creating and posting affirmation videos for single Christian women on this channel. They're for women like me, single Christian women. You sometimes feel behind, or you struggle with self-worth, or you're trying to stay rooted in faith while becoming who God calls us to be. So you can check those out if you need encouragement. They've been helping me realign with truth every day, keep reminding me who I am, whose I am, what my purpose is, that certain things do not define me. Scriptures that ground me right now are Romans 12 verse 2, who says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Psalm 139 verse 14, that says, "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." And Psalm 51 verse 10, who says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a righteous spirit within me." These verses, they remind me that I'm not a failure. I am not starting over every day, but I am being transformed. And that process is sacred, even though it is slower than I would like. So I'm still committed to becoming the healthiest me, even though I'm not where I want to be, but I haven't given up yet. I'm committed to becoming the healthiest version of myself, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. I'm also getting something to help with my health, but I'll talk about that in another video. But what matters most right now is staying surrendered, staying consistent, and showing up for my own healing with God's help. These last few weeks, they were not a waste. Even though I slipped, I didn't fall all the way back. And God has used this season to show me what I need to change, not just on the outside, but on the inside. I'm learning that I don't need to be perfect to be growing. These last few weeks have been full of lessons, and I know that this part of the journey is just as important as the breakthroughs to come. Because even though I knew, and that was the thing, I knew, and it was bothering me, "Stephanie, come on, get it together, get it back on track." And then you say, okay, next Monday or tomorrow, you always have to put a start date instead of starting right away. Guys, you just need to start right away. You don't need some special or sacred start date. That's not going to do anything. It's just a form of procrastination. Just start right away. The moment you make the decision, don't lose time. Start right away. Right? But I literally really had to learn that what I had mentioned earlier, that for me it's not possible to still continue in a different road while still holding on to things from before, because that does not work. That does not work at all. I really need to leave everything behind and only hold on to things that will help me turn into this new person that I am going to be. So if you're also trying to transform in your body, your mind, or your walk with God, leave a comment. Let's be honest with each other and encourage each other. I'll keep sharing updates and what's helping me, including the affirmations, the journal, and the mindset shifts. And remember, you're not alone. You haven't failed. You're still becoming. So let's keep going together.